Welcome to Spectrum News. I am Emedion James coming to you live from Uyo. Let's take a look at today's headlines. President Tinubu meets with APC governors as party prepares to choose new national team. Senators, Revs laud Buhari's patriotism at tribute session. Plus, White House revives Obama coup claim to deflect Epstein scandal. We'll bring you details of the stories and more in just a moment. Many thanks for staying tuned. We begin the news this morning from a national scene where President Bola Tinubu has met with governors elected on the platform of the All Progressive Congress APC on Wednesday night. It is understood that this is connected to the upcoming ruling party's NEC meeting today. Tinubu is expected to communicate his position to the governors. According to report, during the NEC meeting, APC are likely to choose a new national chairman to replace Abdullahi Gwanduje, who resigned last month. Away from that, the federal government has elevated flood prevention to a national security priority with the unveiling of a new anticipatory action framework on flood to move disaster response from reactive to early coordinated response. The new framework, which includes scientific and traditional data gathering methods, triggers from early action and a consolidated budget for flood response, aims to build resilience in state and communities prone to seasonal flood. Speaking during the official summation of the drought framework and consolidated budget by the Anticipatory Action Task Force AATF at the Presidential Villa, Abuja, Vice President Kashim Shettima said Nigeria must now believe in science and pursue a roadmap for disaster prevention. On legislative matters, the Senate and House of Representatives yesterday showered praises on the late President Muhammadu Buhari for his patriotism, selfless service, and other contributions to nation building. The Senate praised President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's administration for organizing a befitting state funeral for the former president, while the House said he left an indelible mark. Both chambers observed a minute's silence in his honor and thanked the federal government for naming the University of Maiduguri after him. Meanwhile, the House of Representatives has approved President Bola Tinubu's request to the National Assembly seeking approval to borrow $347 million under the 2025 to 2026 borrowing plan. The Speaker of the House of Representatives, Tajuddin Abbas, read the President's correspondence on the floor of the Green Chamber during Wednesday's plenary. According to the President, the loan is necessary due to a rise in the funding needs for Lagos-Calabar Coastal Highway project, which cost increased by $47 million from $700 million to $747 million. In the meantime, the House of Representatives has indicted 31 ministries, departments and agencies (MDAs) for alleged financial irregularities and breach of the nation's financial regulations. Consequently, the House asked the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission (EFCC), the Independent Corrupt Practices and Other Related Offenses Commission (ICPC), and other relevant bodies to recover over 103.8 billion naira and $950,000 from the MDAS and remitted same to government's coffers. The directive followed the adoption of the House Public Accounts Committee (PAC) recommendations during yesterday's plenary. On security matters, in furtherance of the mandate to eliminate terrorism and restore peace in the northeast, troops of Operation Hadin Khan, in synergy with the Air Component Civilian Joint Task Force (CJTF) and local hunters, have intercepted and arrested several collaborators supplying communication equipment, illicit drugs, IEDs, and arms-making materials to terrorists in the northeast. Director of Defense Media Operations, Major General Marcus Kanye, while making this known, said several terrorists were also killed in ambushes and fighting patrols to terrorist hideouts during operations between 15 and 22nd July 2025. Back here, the Akwa Ibom State Commissioner of Police, Baba Mohammed Azare, on Wednesday, on behalf of the Inspector General of Police, presented checks of 37,280,296 naira, 36 kobo to 34 families of police officers who lost their lives while serving their country, Nigeria. The event, which took place at the Akwa Ibom State Police Headquarters, Ikodak-Banabia, also had in attendance other senior police officers, family members of the deceased officers, and journalists. Speaking during the event, Azare said the checks were in appreciation of their support to the police force while alive, and also promised to maintain their legacy and continue to show support to the family they left behind. He prayed for their souls to rest in peace. Let's take a listen.
Men and women answered the call to serve and protect, placing their lives on the line so that others may live in peace and security. Their courage, dedication, and sacrifice will never be forgotten. Though we cannot bring them back, it is our moral institutional responsibility to stand by the families they have left behind. Today, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the Inspector General of Police, we present these checks of 37,280,296 naira, 36 kobo to 34 beneficiaries of the insurance scheme. These checks, as a token of our appreciation, support, and continued commitment to their legacy. We understand that no amount of money can replace the loss of a loved one, but we hope it serves as a symbol of our shared grief, our gratitude, and our promise that their sacrifice was not in vain. To the families gathered here, we say you are not alone. The Nigeria Police Force, the Akwa Ibom State Police Command, and indeed the nation stand with you. We'll continue to honor and support you in every way possible. Let us remember that the blood shed by these heroes should inspire us to build a safer, more just society, one worthy of their sacrifice. May the soul of our departed officers rest in perfect peace, and may Almighty God continue to strengthen and comfort their families. Thank you, and God bless the Nigeria Police Force. God bless Akwa Ibom State Police Command. God bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria.
Meanwhile, members of the public have been urged to come to the Akwa Ibom State Police Command, Ikodak-Banabia, for identification and collection of their stolen items. This was also made known by the State Commissioner of Police, Baba Azare, when he conducted journalists on the inspection of the stolen items, stating that the inspected items, which included generators, televisions, refrigerators, speakers, washing machine, and lots of other household items, were recoveries of stolen items across the state. He said the success of the recovery was based on intelligence, encouraging members of the public to always share useful information with the Nigerian police force.
We are seeing here today is collections of recoveries of stolen items, suspected stolen items from different places in Akwa Ibom State. Based on intelligence available to the command, we were able to ransack those areas and are able to come up with these recoveries as you are seeing. We urge members of the public whose items like these are missing to please come up with their proof of ownership and claim their items. The suspects that are arrested will soon be prosecuted for the offense they committed. I want to employ members of the public to continue to collaborate and give the police more information, useful information that will be able to track down these type of criminals, get them apprehended, and prosecute them in court of law.
The briefing was rounded off with the reception of the National Association of Retired Police Officers of Nigeria, NARPON, by the Commissioner on a courtesy visit for a better welfare. The Commissioner of Police promised to look into their concerns.
Our visit today, as was clearly stated in our initial letter to you, is to introduce not just the newly elected officers of the National Association of the Retired Police Officers of Nigeria, NAPO, in Akwa Ibom State to you, but the current status and aspirations of the association in general. We'd like to round up this address with request in such areas like you are facilitating our being granted a piece of land to build our permanent meeting hall around the headquarters here. 2, considering our being provided with a utility vehicle for our movements. 3, the sponsorship of assigned delegates to attend the annual general meeting, AGM, that usually comes over the Abuja.
I want to sincerely thank you, Mr. Chairman, and your members for having the foresight, for having very, very good relationship with the serving police officers in Akwa Ibom State, for also towing the path and line of honor in your dealings. While others are taken to streets to protest, you choose to come and table some of these issues with us, to dialogue and see how we can key in to also improve and find lasting solution to this lingering problem of contributory pension scheme. I want to assure you that already the Inspector General of Police has taken up this issue with the Federal Republic of Nigeria, the federal government, in order to find a lasting solution to your problems. Grace, the IG is capable, and we are looking up to him to come up with something that will be beneficial to all of you, and also us that will soon join you in retirement sooner or later. I want to assure you that the IG working hard round the clock to ensure that Akwa Ibom State Police Command will attend to all these 5 requests as you mentioned.
Moving now to Africa, where there is a relief in South Africa after months of disagreement. The country's lower house of parliament passed the last piece of legislation for its budget bill on Saturday. Towards a preparation bill, the legislation has caused political deadlock between the ruling party, the African National Congress, and its biggest coalition partner, the Democratic Alliance. These had substantially delayed the bill. The appropriation bill is the third major part of the annual budget and determines how much money is allocated to government, departments and national programs. On the foreign scene, the White House has accused Barack Obama of leading a treasonous conspiracy against Donald Trump in an attempt to shift attention from renewed scrutiny over Trump's tie to Jeffrey Epstein and administration's Trump's intelligence chief. Tulsi Gabbard told a White House press briefing there had been a long-years coup by Obama. Still on the foreign scene, Prime Minister Keir Starmer welcomes his Indian counterpart Narendra Modi to Britain today, where the pair will sign a recently announced UK-Indian trade deal. Modi will also meet King Charles III during his brief stay in Britain, his fourth visit since becoming India's leader in 2014. Starmer and Modi, a London-born flight crashed after taking off from Amman. The British leader is also facing calls to raise the case of Scottish ski activists jailed in India 7 years ago on terror charges. Change market surpassing the parallel market with a naira rate for the naira rose to 1,537 naira per dollar from 1,536 per dollar on Tuesday, indicating 1 naira depreciation for the naira. But the naira appreciated to 1,535 naira per dollar in the parallel market from 1,555 naira per dollar on Tuesday. On a health news, the federal government has launched a renewed effort to eliminate bottlenecks in the administration of health insurance and compensation schemes for public servants. The government also vowed to enforce zero tolerance for bureaucratic inefficiencies that undermine the welfare of workers injured or killed in the line of duty. The move was announced at a 2-day sanitization workshop organized in Abuja for desk offices across ministries, departments and agencies, where top officials decried the unacceptable delays, poor interagency coordination and weak operational knowledge that continue to hinder access to entitled benefits for civil servants. Still in health, in its ongoing commitment to protect Nigeria's environment and ensure compliance with environmental standards, the National Environmental Standards and Regulation Enforcement Agency. Before Wednesday, the NESREA team had conducted comprehensive inspection of numerous facilities, focusing on compliance with environmental laws and regulations. The inspection revealed several violations related to a lack of environmental document and non-adherence to regulations guiding the operations, which can threaten or endanger both lives and property. We move now to sports, where the Premier League have apologized to clubs for a 2-week delay after it confirmed which games will be televised in September. Fans had been assured that they would be informed of the exact date and kick-off time for match week's finale. Almost destined for extra time, Alozie floated a ball into the South African controversial musician Portable has denied stealing allegations levied against him by Very Dark Man. The feud started after Very Dark Man urged President Bola Tinubu to address the ongoing Benue killings and economic hardship in the country. React development, the singer in an Instagram video told Very Dark Man to stop calling out the president, stating that it was during Tinubu's administration that Very Dark Man started to live a luxurious lifestyle. Very Dark Man responded by leaking an old video of when Portable for allegedly stealing in 2020 before he became famous. And that's all we have for you at this time. Do be sure to follow us on social media, subscribe to our YouTube channel, all of which you can find on our website at spectrumtvlive.ng. You have been watching Spectrum News at 10. I am Emedion James. Enjoy the rest of your day and thank you for watching.